Welcome to another edition of Pap's Rocketry. I'm Pap, and today I'm going to provide an overview of a custom model that I built. This is all lock precision components. It is a 4-inch custom AIM-9L Sidewinder. I designed the fins, of course, from scale drawings. I actually printed the nose cone, and you can see I've got my Y adapter. Printed the nose cone because I wanted a more rounded shape. I didn't want an ogive. I didn't want an ogive nose. Wanted to make sure that it was geometrically correct for a scale model, and I wasn't really interested in velocity, more interested in flight dynamics. And this is the upper stage, of course, 4-inch phenolic body tube, 1/4 of an inch diameter, 1/4 inch thick plywood fins. And then behind me is the booster, and you can see this is one big tall rocket. The fin span at the base of the rocket is over 18 inches. I designed this. I sent a order into Lock Precision and ordered all the custom parts. So what I'm going to do today is finish up the assembly of the avionics bay. Now, this avionics bay is a Lock Precision standard avionics bay with a few exceptions. The charge cylinders that you see on the bulkheads were 3D printed by me. I custom designed these to provide a fill of up to 7 grams of quad FG black powder. You can see there's a little hole right there, which allows the igniter to be inserted into the bottom of the charge cylinder. And I've also glued some terminal blocks. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to run some wiring from the altimeter that I've got and hardwire it to these terminal blocks. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to take this apart. I really like Lock Precision kits. Very comfortable using them for assembly. Okay, let me take all the hardware off. And I'll, when I'm done with the putting the wires in, I'll explain what I've got here in a switch and an LED. Okay, glasses on. So I've got the switch and an LED wired up, and the LED is going to confirm that I've got power on both of my altimeters. So provide a better view here. This is a MissileWorks RRC3 Plus. It's their latest altimeter. It's a fantastic product, very reliable. Comes with software called MDAX, MDACS.exe. You install that on a desktop computer, and with that you're able to configure the altimeter deployment functions. It's actually got 3 outputs. So it's got a drogue, a main, and then an auxiliary output. And the auxiliary output can be used for air starts, lots of things. And then I've got, you can see I've got this little Bluetooth module, and which is very handy because what it allows me to do is communicate with the RRC3 Plus on my laptop in a wireless setting, and I prefer that. Then I've also got a second altimeter, and this is the Blue Raven altimeter. It's got 4 outputs that you can configure. But one of the coolest things I like about this altimeter is that it's got an inertial measurement unit, an IMU. So when I launch the rocket and recover the module, download the data, I will be able to get roll rates, which is the first step in developing a stabilization system, which is a goal of mine. Okay, so for today, I've got 2 sets of wires. You can use any colored wire, obviously. I've used black and red a lot, so I've got lots of other colors available. So let me get my screwdriver here. And so what I'm going to do is, let's see, this is going in and that. Okay, so the drogue is going to be coming out through the drogue wires are going to be coming out through the bottom, and that will be wired to this terminal block. Okay, so let's just, and I'm just for a convention, I'll use green here for positive. It really doesn't matter. The igniters that everybody makes are not polarized, so it doesn't really matter whether you have them, switched, connected to positive or negative. It does not matter. Okay, so that's going to come out the bottom. So I'll just route those wires like that. And in fact, I go ahead and punch them through this hole that I put in the bulkhead. And then I'm going to set another set of wires on the main. And that's going to come out through the top bulkhead. Okay, almost done here. Okay. I can assure you, cable tidiness is something you are going to contend with. I wait until I'm completely done with all the wiring before I start bundling these up into small little loops and organize them for easy dismantling. Okay, there we go. And now, all right, that looks about right. Yeah, let's. So I'll tie those to the terminal block here. You can see I'm still able to completely remove the sled. And by the way, this sled is a custom designed sled. I made it, printed it on a 3D printer, and designed it using Autodesk Inventor, which is a 3D parametric modeling tool. Okay, so now let me just get all of this bundle of wires over on one side. Okay, almost done. Okay. All right. All right, and that is how that is all going to go back together. Okay. Let's see. So what I'm doing now is just tightening these terminal blocks down on the igniter wire. Or I'm sorry, not the igniter wire, but the lead from the altimeter. Now, obviously, I'm going to wait until launch day to install the igniters. Aerotech, which is the hardware reseller that I use most often, but there are other products out there on the marketplace, but Aerotech is well established. Very good quality products, and a great selection of motors too. Okay. Okay, let me just open this up a little bit, just pull these in. Do the same thing over here. I don't like my wires to have any tension on them, so I'm always careful. Well, I already pulled that one out. Okay. The other thing that is done, obviously, once assembly is complete, is flight testing. And I'm going to have a video that I'm going to upload when I do the flight testing. And when I say flight testing, I mean actually testing the ejection charge and ensure good recovery. All right, let me put the washers back on. And I'll show you this handy system that I developed from failing to have an altimeter actually initiated. Okay, so this is assembled now. It's got everything except for the black powder, but it's got batteries and so you can see I've got a switch. Now this is up, this is down. So the drogue is going to come out from this charge side of the bulkhead, and the main is going to come out on this charge side of the bulkhead. So when I turn on the altimeter, it's going to be going into the down position. So aerodynamic forces are going to tend to keep the switch in the on position. And I also installed this blue LED light to confirm that I've got power onto the altimeter. So when I power it on, and I can hear the RRC3, Incidentally, the Blue Raven has a really nifty app. You can communicate with it basically through an application which is installed, which you can install on your phone, which is really, really cool. So the last thing before I get the initiators and igniters all set up is activate the altimeter so we got power. And I'm looking forward to flying this bird real soon. So I'll see you next time on Pap's Rocketry.